example, look at the Argentine team and see how the coach complements Messi's age and Messi's physical. Yes, with the people that he places around them. Messi always has a triangle around him that shows up for a pass.
But the role is different. That's the problem.
That's the thing. You're right. So I think that even with Cristiano there, depends on how they deploy people around him. If you play Neto on one side, right, and perhaps
Transit TV, welcome back again with my Mamu Boom. The Euros continues to give us excitement, powerful games, and today again we have 3 games. So not, will I say surprising result? Not really. Turkey got their win, and Portugal had to come from behind, like a couple of other big teams have done in this tournament, to win Czech 2-1. Yeah, for this section, we're going to talk about the Portugal game. First of all, in this tournament so far, we have played, I think, 12 games now, 34 goals from 34 different players, unprecedented. It's really been goal feast, and at the same time, everybody have come to the party. This doesn't look like one of those tournaments you have one or two players, take the shine all the time. Players have stepped up from different positions and different teams and got goals for their team. We just watched the Czech Republic hold Portugal. But before we start, welcome to the show. What do you have any words for our player, our viewers before we go into this one? I can't wait to discuss this game, honestly.
Yeah. Thanks, Reggie. Yeah. Good to be back on Transit TV. Like you said, Euros have been wonderful. We've enjoyed the feast of football within the first round of games has been really, really good. Every game has been. I mean, Europe is truly the home of football. The standard of play that I've seen and the level of fitness that I've seen from these teams is amazing. Yeah, and long may it continue. We'll see when Argentina plays. Argentina plays Canada on Thursday in the first game of the Copa. Let's see the standard and see how it compares to what we're seeing in the Euros.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. It's really been. I thought that the players would have looked a little bit jaded because of the fact that they just finished their season 2 weeks ago. But it doesn't look like. It looks like they had 1 month vacation before coming into this one. Yes, I want to first of all say that I'm a part of the Portuguese team, because while we were, talking about favorites, I know you mentioned them. I know you mentioned, but I didn't really. I don't know why I didn't just remember the players that are in the national team. It never occurred to me. It was when the lineups came out today. I looked at that squad, the starting 11 on the bench. I was like, did I really forget Portugal or what? You see, man, from what I saw there today, if they are serious, they are serious contenders. Except, like you mentioned in the group chat, Roberto Martinez, we know what he did with Belgium, wasted that generation. He has come to Portugal again. I hope he doesn't do the same thing to Portugal. So, the Portuguese fans, their players, whoever that is supporting Portugal in this tournament, my hands are up. I'm really sorry. I didn't include them in the favorite. They are really, really serious contenders if they can live up to the quality they have in that team. I didn't even have to put these words out there. Please, guys, forgive me. And I saw your comments on Roberto Martinez. Can you expatiate on that for our viewers?
Well, Martinez as a coach has never convinced me. I don't see any serious identity that I can ascribe to Roberto Martinez in the way he plays. Yeah, he's always had good teams, but just doesn't bring out the best in his teams. Doesn't have a clear way of playing that's dominant, right?
This is the pattern, or this is the philosophy.
Yes. So he tends to be way too pragmatic, way too tentative. More so on the defensive side when he has a lot of
an individual
offensive tools, an individual reliance. Yes, from his time at Everton to his time at Belgium left me so frustrated, because Belgium had a collection of.
Didn't he coach Wigan?
He coached Wigan from Wigan.
Yeah, I think that was where he made his name. And if you remember, then Wigan were underdogs. So, like what you're saying, being pragmatic and being defensive in the approach, and probably churn out 1 or 2 results here and there, probably gave him the lead and made Everton to hire him. And since then, people will start seeing him as a big coach. I don't think that. I think I agree with you.
But if they really saw him as a big coach, I wonder why he served as a pundit for almost a complete season or 2 seasons before Portugal hired him. When he left Belgium, even when he left Everton and Belgium hired him, after working with Thierry Henry at Belgium and failing really badly, he was a pundit for a while.
Even before he went to Belgium, if you remember, he was doing that punditry before Belgium hired him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the guy doesn't... so when Portugal hired him, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I felt so too.
Yeah. So they have him now, and again, I saw the way he set up the team today, saw the way they were playing. The Portuguese team is full of ball players. Man, a team that has Pedro Neto rotting on the bench. Look at how long it took Roberto Martinez to bring in Neto and Consagra. You see the kind of players that these people have.
I'm telling you.
Look at that Porto team. Majority of them are Portuguese players. Look at Benfica. Look at, they have too many tools. Even this young boy, Pedro, no, not Pedro, what's his name? Yao Navas or something. I don't know what. It's a young, kind of short, petty midfielder, but very, very good. He was on the bench today. He didn't start the game. You have the likes of Jota. You have the likes of Vitinha. The place is loaded with ball players. So
that's the thing. My emotions towards him. I can just somehow hypnotize PSG and just sponge that guy from that spot and drop him in the middle of that midfield with the Clarice Odegaard and Vitinha anytime, any day, man. And you could see what he did today. He reminds me of the person that he replaced in the national team, Moutinho. Moutinho was also he was a big influence in the Portuguese national team. Yeah, before we go on, again, I want to see Ronaldo fans out there. I want to say this now. I respect what Ronaldo has achieved as a footballer. For 20 years, he has been up there in the highest level of this game in Europe, performing season in, season out, doing what Ronaldo is known for, scoring goals, assisting and breaking all records, winning Ballon d'Or. But just like you rightly said, I think he has also become a problem for this national team. I don't think Ronaldo should be starting. Today, he didn't do badly, but still, you can see once they brought in pace in that front line, he was still there though, but you could see that Neto and the guy that eventually got the goal and the substitution that they made, putting some pressure on Czech Republic, and they broke. So I don't think Ronaldo should be able to know that, hey, I'm supposed to be a cerebral or ceremonial player now in the squad, be on the bench, encourage the team, every now and then come in and do 1 or 2 minutes. But for him to go and try to start this game, play 90 minutes, even when they're looking for goals, I don't think it's for the good of the team. And I don't know what you think about that. And like I said, I respect what he has achieved as a player and has still achieving, but I don't think he has that energy anymore to push or drive this team. They have young players, like you have already said, who are enterprise, who have pace, who are ready. People like Neto. You can imagine having Neto, Leo, and these guys on that front line, trying to put pressure on any team. Contrary to what Ronaldo was just lying on probably maybe free kicks and pull outs into the box. I don't know what you think about that.
You're right. I respect Cristiano. He's not my cup of tea. He's never been my cup of tea, but I respect him.
Yeah.
I know what he brings to the table. He is, he is one of the GOATs, one of the greatest players ever. So, again, I have no problem with him being played. It's just the way that the coach deploys the team. I look at him and I look at Messi, for example. Look at the Argentine team and see how the coach complements Messi's age and Messi's physical. Yes, with the people that he places around them. Messi always has a triangle around him that shows up for a pass.
But the role is different. That's the problem.
That's the thing. You're right. So I think that even with Cristiano there, depends on how they deploy people around him. If you play Neto on one side, right, and perhaps play another solid winger that can drop into the midfield, and I know Portugal has them, even Bernardo Silva, play both of them, play a 4-3-3 formation, or even play a 4-3-2-1. The main thing is he played Leao and Ronaldo as twin strikers today. Ronaldo doesn't function well.
No, Leao came from the left side, came from the wing, but he was wrong. He was cutting in.
Yeah, but if you watch when the game started and the way they were deployed, he played both of them as strikers, as forwards, with Vitinha, Bernardo Silva, and Bruno Fernandes behind them. And it caused problems because you see that build-up was tentative, slow. This Portuguese team is capable of doing 2-to-beat-ones, triangles, and they will walk the ball into your net.
Yeah, but the problem is, I understand what you're saying. I would love play Ronaldo because he doesn't have the pace anymore. If you could play like Harry Kane, maybe drop a little bit and allow these guys with pace go ahead of him. But the problem is he doesn't have that ability as well to do that. And Ronaldo wants to get at the end of things. He wants to be the one that will score the goal. So he's he's not going to be able to drop back and allow other people. Like today, you could see when they scored the goal. Of course, he was happy that the team won, but you could see that. Even the commentator said that I'm sure he's not happy that he's not the one that scored the goal. So he needs to understand that his role in the team now has changed. If he wants to stay up there, then stay up there. Don't engage in the game because you don't have the energy anymore. So I don't know, Chema, you've been rolling your eyes. I don't know where you stand on this one. What do you think about Ronaldo, Roberto Martinez, and the sport that they have, in this tournament?
Okay, I'm going to be a different person here because I'm a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah. His fans are usually different, so I don't expect anything less.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, permit me to sound different. I don't think it was a Ronaldo problem. I can tell you that. Yeah, I understand the Leo Ronaldo thing wasn't working. I felt like Leo was not timely and there were a lot of misses and mistakes, rookie mistakes he made because he's a fine footballer, but he's also a rookie. Okay? And then Bruno Fernandes, in as much as I really love him in that Portugal team, I think that's where he shines. But I felt like he wasn't forthcoming. He held on to the passes for too long. Bernardo Silva, his crosses were not on point. Ronaldo, for me, he played in his position today. But he was just surrounded by people that did not have the right... In fact, they were not speaking his language. Yes, he's older. Yes, pace is different. I mean, that free kick he took on a very good day.
That was a joke. I was like, what's this?
No, that wasn't a joke.
If you had put a 10-year-old boy in that pose, he would have caught that ball.
No, he wouldn't have scored it. He wouldn't have even have passed. And we're failing to understand that these guys that they play today, nobody's talking about how beautiful their defense is.
We're going to get to them. We're going to get to them.
These guys are. I'm telling you, that second goal.
But the matter is that defense also broke. Immediately pace was injected. I'm somewhere talking about saying about Leo and Fernandes. And let me tell you something I think that is the problem. Leo is a player, is almost a mini Ronaldo. He wants to shine. He's not there to play for Ronaldo. He wants to do his own thing. Bruno Fernandes wants to be the star man as well. He wants to shine. So it's going to be a problem. Then if Bernardo Silva, what you're talking about want-tos, I think what happened was that these three players are trying to shine, and at the same time, they are expecting Ronaldo to make certain runs. And he's not making those. He's not making those runs.
Why would he make runs?
That's what it's exactly supposed to do. He's supposed to be able to run in behind defender, and that's exactly how they got their goal. You could see Neto and this other guy even before that goal came.
But did you see how Ronaldo helped to break down that defense for that Porto guy to score the goal? Because Neto and the Porto guy were substitutes, yeah. Mm-hmm. But nobody's failing to see how Ronaldo played a part in breaking down the defense that made that goal happen in the first place.
How did he break the defense?
You guys are just haters.
No,
you will never see anything good.
If you listen to me, I respect what Ronaldo has done. I respect what he has done, honestly. I'm not hating him. I'm talking about it gets to a point, like you mentioned about Messi, it gets to a point you understand your body and know that you're no longer the main man. Allow these guys to shine. Ronaldo wants to be the one that will.
But he let them shine.
No, he did not. It just happened that these guys got the goals. It just happened. He didn't let them shine. And if he was going to let them shine, why would he be on that pitch for 90 minutes? Why?
Wait, let me say this thing out loud now on this channel. Ronaldo is a brand. He affects shares and revenues. Yes. In the business of football, there are other businesses to be done.
I know. Until when they leave out of the tournament in the group stage, that's when they are not leaving their business.
All of you that hate him, they are not going anywhere. I just want to explain to you guys.
That's how we know that there are businesses.
And monies are being made that is on that field for that 90-something minutes. Even the football world, that be the football body, they need that money too. So whether they like it or not,
so by the time he retires next year, there won't be money made in football anymore.
No, but since it's still available, make your money when you can.
Okay, so I respect your view. I respect your view, but for me, from what I saw from the Portugal today, the squad that they have, Ronaldo should be a part player. He shouldn't be the main man anymore. He should let these guys. Shine. You know, another problem that he has in the national team now is Pepe. Pepe said he's not going to retire until Ronaldo retires.
Exactly. We're very happy.
Again, in behind their team, the defense, they lack pace as well. Because of Pepe. So you see double.
So now they're lucky pace because of Pepe.
Of course, Pepe is 40 years. He can't be running. So you want to put him on the same. This thing, he has the experience. He controls that defense. But I mean, when push comes to shove, you know that he's not going to be able to keep pace. So
I will not be a party to people making fun of Pepe, but let's move on.
So, but Chema, I mean, you didn't put Portugal in your favorites list when we were doing it.
No, I didn't. I know why I didn't. They have this thing about them. They are very Tottenham. They can be very Tottenham, and I'm not ready to break my heart. Never.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, so having said that, Ugum, so how do you think, I know you mentioned it a little bit before we go to the Czech, what do you think Portugal needs to do to kind of harness this area of talent and quality that they have in that squad?
I think that if Martinez were to listen to me, give everybody a level playing field. The problem with it's always been the problem with teams around Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. And to an extent, I can take Cristiano Ronaldo, but the Pepe one is what I don't quite understand. Yeah, you play a high line and you play a three-man defense and you play Pepe, 40-year-old Pepe in the middle. Yeah, if some ruthless forwards get hold of him, they will dust him and they will score goals. Yeah, you have Ignacio there. You have this very talented centre-back that plays for Benfica, I believe. There, young boy, 22-year-old, 21-year-old. You have Bruno. What's his name? Not the guy in Manchester City.
Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz should be the man there in the middle, right? Running things. Pepe should come in when you're winning and you want to show up the defense.
Exactly.
Come in and help, So for Roberto Martinez, I would say, please use the tools you have. Do not get sucked into that whole thing of Pepe and Ronaldo must start every game and must play. right? Use the best of squad here, deploy them. They have brilliant players, as brilliant typically as Brazilian players and Spanish players. Use different formations, deploy them, and that's the same thing as what we're telling Southgate. Use the tools you have. You don't have to regiment people into one position. Even today, while they were playing, you could see that they were swapping positions, showing up here and there. Or they just need to move the ball faster. They can do overloads. They have a lot going for them. Most of those players play for clubs that know how to dominate possession. Use that position, get into the final third, and make things happen. That's what I'll tell you.
And like Choma mentioned as well, I think Bernardo Silva's performance in this game was underwhelming. And I've been seeing signs of that too in Man City before the season ended. He's not really been the player that we've known him for. I don't know whether he's getting tired or he's getting older or there's something in his dropping form a little bit. He's not playing at the level that I have known him to play, especially since Gundogan left Man City. So I don't know. So what would you tell Martinez? Because this one, yeah, they won the game. And I'm not going to say that they played badly. They just met a team that was ready to fight. What do you expect them to do to probably have more control and win their games easier in the coming games?
I think Wum answered the question. He needs to deploy his guys, yeah. I mean, Bernardo is not the only guy in that position for him. We saw that. We saw how magical the substitution worked and, they got the second goal. And I looked at their sheets. Those guys have a squad. They have times two. So if Martinez would deploy the guys, you don't have to play, because that their first thing, we're forgetting to recognize that they are just made up of top players.
That's what I'm telling you. When I saw the lineup this afternoon, I was like, how did I miss Portugal?
I knew it. I typically don't like Portugal, but I covered them because I saw the strength of the squad.
You mentioned that. I didn't really, if you remember, I didn't make attention to when you mentioned them. But when I saw the team list today, the lineup, I saw their bench. I was like,
wait, are you kidding me? You've never known the players in Portugal?
No, you know the players, but maybe it doesn't occur to you that they are from Portugal. You see Cancelo, you might be thinking that he's from Brazil or from Spain.
No.
Yeah, I'm not thinking but I've never really mentally put all these players in my head together as from one national team. Or
Yes.
All of them, like all the big boys.
It's crazy. That's like, I can imagine giving a paper like this team. He will win the tournament. Easy.
Are you telling me?
I'm telling you, easy. He will win this tournament.
Are you telling me?
Yeah. So let's not do this.
If you give this team to Southgate, they will lose this first game. Southgate is suffering from epilepsy of decision.
You guys should leave my man, Southgate, please. Leave my man.
No, but that's the truth. He has the men in the Arsenal he cannot deploy.
Is a star in England, so you guys should leave him alone. He's playing according to the books.
They will not win this tournament.
He has a manual that they gave to him, so he has to use it.
That's how he has to play it.
That guy looks like someone that uses manual for coaching.
He has a manual.
He's not really using it very well.
But I know we have spent some time on Portugal. Let's not do a disservice to Czech Republic. I mean, these guys showed up today, and they were very hard knock to crack. And there are parking the balls. There are no blocks, and there are no blocks. But this one didn't look like one, even though that was what it was. They were ready up for the fight. When they had the chance to go forward, they were brave in the transition and gave Portugal. In fact, I'm sure Portugal at some point, this still brings me back to what I said about France and compared to England. We mentioned the Southgate right there. Portugal's never accepted a draw. They kept pushing. And that's the reason why they got this win. Other than that, Czech Republic gave a very good kind of themselves. I'm looking at the groups now. It looks like it's no longer going to be easy for anybody to come out of that group because you have Turkey, who won today. You have Portugal and this Czech Republic. So it looks like it's going to be a tough group to come out. Portugal, but probably they are very lucky. Them and Turkey, they have 3 points. But I don't think he's done yet. So I don't know what you guys made of. Are there any players that really impressed you more than any other, or you look at the team as a whole?
You mean from the Portuguese team?
No, from the Czech Republic team. The way they approach.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought Thomas Suchek played really well as a captain, defensively, offensively. Patrick Stake, really, really good forward. Really good forward. You know, try to do some creative, play some creative role and get at the end of things for Czech Republic. I knew that Czech Republic were going to give these guys a problem. Remember, for those of us that watch football way back, we talk about Czechoslovakia, we talk about Yugoslavia. You know, those countries are always bring their A game. Russia, the rest of them. Yes, they are footballing. Croatia, the rest of them, they are footballing nations, and you always have one or two talented people, and they are always technically and defensively sound, like they showed today. Even though for one or two misses, they would have gotten either a draw or perhaps won this game against Portugal today.
Yeah.
And so, well, you know that in those countries, always most of the time you will see that their strength lies in their teamwork, not essentially one player standing out. Yes, they're always there.
They're none of us scared.
Yes.
Before we started, Gung was very critical of Roberto Martinez. For me, I think the person I'm going to give my kudos on is the coach of Czech. The way he set up this team and the way the team played, he will know that this team is coached. So I don't know for you, who will you give I know they lost the game, but it's a game that if there's anything like losing a game with pride, it's a game that you lose and you will say, yes, we gave it our best. And somehow, I know if the keeper was a better keeper or different, probably they would have lost this game.
I think that Czech team, perfect. If they catch Super Eagles, they're in trouble. I'm telling you.
I didn't feel Super Eagles were in trouble.
I am telling you now. Let's go to the one that's close to home. Let's not go far. You see that team? They have is their tenacity for me. You know, when you say a child did an assignment very well, you know, when they say do your assignment, show all workings. A well-coached team. In fact, they studied the loops, all the holes, all the corners. Their defense is not for anybody. Cluster method. If one person carry ball, two persons, they chase you. Did you see when this guy, was it Ronaldo, who wanted to go and do one-on-one with keeper? They almost crushed the guy like a fish in the middle of what.
That thing you said there is really, I can count like 3-4 times that they barely just took out the ball from Ronaldo's head. You could see that, yes, they had a study about, you know, like the only way Ronaldo can hold them is, there was one that the captain did. I thought that Ronaldo was just almost, in fact, I'm sure he was, in his mind, he was celebrating already. And the guy just flicked the ball away.
That one-on-one. They know how to, in fact, they are very calculative players. They understand pace. Can you not see waiting being named? Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United captain. He did not see anybody to cross ball to. Wherever he wants to cross, they go and meet him there and make sure they confuse him until he I don't think there was any cross he made today that was timely. All his crosses were late. Because anytime he wants to move his leg, they know him now. They've been watching him.
Yeah, they do, exactly.
So they know he knows how to fly ball over somebody's head. He knows how to give accurate passes. But all his passes today were late. You know why? Because those boys double-teamed him. They calculated with him. If not for anything, see, let me tell you something. It's just that they say there is masquerade and there is masquerade. That was just what got Portugal to the goal they even got today.
I'm telling you.
You know those boys, if we had more time, they would have scored.
I'm telling you.
Okay, let's talk about their first goal. That first goal was what made the highlight of this game.
That goal was sweet.
All the defenders were standing and left that guy.
That goal was sweet. That goal was sweet.
I'm sure that guy finished spelling his name as long as it is, and he had space. He balanced and he took that goal.
And picked the pocket. Yeah, it was a,
No,
a good one.
that team is a team. Now, if by somehow they find their way and meet all these people like France or whatever, if it ever happens, they won't know what hit them.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Please like this video. Help us to force Google to share our content out there. We are counting on you guys. And let us also know what you think. The Ronaldo fans out there, please don't come for my head. I don't know if you agree with me. Ronaldo should choose these moments and not derail this team. This team is star-studded. Between him and Roberto Martinez, they should have a meeting and come up with a way to deploy Ronaldo and Pepe in this team, allow these young boys, these players that are at their prime, to do what they are capable of doing. So I think this team can give a shot at winning this tournament. So don't forget, let's see what you think about these games. This concludes the first round of games from this tournament. This was the last match for the first games. And quite unlike before, first games usually look lackluster, and people are coming out from the season. They're not ready. But in this tournament so far, it's in fact you think you're watching a knockout game. It's really been very, very high in quality, and we expect to enjoy that throughout the tournament. So, guys, thank you for stopping by. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday? Okay, on Thursday the Copa America starts. Messi on the other side will start his own problem. We'll bring you reviews and previews on that one as well, alongside the Euros. It's going to be a very sumptuous weekend for us football fans. By next month, again, we'll go into the club preseason games. A lot of the EPL games are coming. Teams are coming to America. We'll be out there in LA for the Arsenal Manchester United game. We're bringing you live pictures and content from there. And I'm here in Chicago as well. AC Milan will be playing Real Madrid. I'll be at the stadium as well. I'll try to bring our viewers content from there. So just stick around with Transit TV. We have so much for you this summer, and enjoy with us. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Ubum Choma, thank you so much. Peace. Ciao. Choma, get some sleep. I know it's midnight in Nigeria already. Bye.
Yeah, bye.